Hey guys, this is Azerlin with a quick review of Headlander. Headlander is a sci-fi metroidvania style platformer where you play as a flying head that takes control of robots. The story starts off with you waking up as the last known human in the universe, with no memories of what happened to you. On your journey to learn more, you move through a world inhabited by robots that are controlled by a mad AI. You get to rip off robots' heads and seize control of their bodies as you see fit. The story is decent and the concept is fantastic. Being a flying head is super silly, and I was curious to see how Double Fine would make this work. Needless to say, I'm impressed. The mechanic of taking control of robot bodies is pretty awesome. There's a lot of combat, and it's fun throughout the game. Vacuum sucking robots' heads off bodies never gets old, and the whole system of opening doors based on your robot's body color is implemented very well, and the constant need for body changing keeps things exciting. There is one section in the game though, where the gameplay feels inconsistent with the rest of the game. Instead of swapping bodies often, you have to download data with one specific body type and keep that same body alive and upload it in another location without the body dying. It felt weird having to play more safely with the body you have, when normally the bodies are just disposable. Combat gets more challenging later on, and the laser beams ricochet like crazy, and it's near impossible to avoid damage to your host body. It's also hard to tell which shots are yours and which ones are from the enemies. You have to be very careful, especially if your head's not attached to a body since you're a lot more vulnerable. There's a couple of boss fights in the game, and they were enjoyable. I like the multiple phases with different mechanics, but the unskippable cutscenes before the fights start and at the beginning of each phase grew to be a nuisance. The cutscenes are great for the first time, but after you die a few times, being forced to sit through the same cutscenes over and over with no way to skip gets absolutely infuriating. I didn't care that I was having trouble with the final boss fight, but there really should be a way to skip the cutscenes, especially when I've been fighting the same boss for over an hour. I wound up having to go back to unlock more upgrades to finally beat the last boss. You unlock upgrades for your character by collecting energy, and the rate that you earn XP and upgrades feels satisfying. There's a lot of exploration involved if you want to find secrets and helmet upgrades. The exploration felt good, and it usually wasn't too much out of the way. I really like the giant map that shows where everything is. It makes navigating so much easier, and it made up for the minimap being practically useless. The minimap is just too zoomed in to see enough of the area, and it provides little information about your surroundings. There are optional quests that you can do in addition to the main storyline. The optional quests did take some backtracking though, but the teleport machines really helped to cut down the monotony of backtracking, so it wasn't too bad. The graphics are great and I love the art style. The game does a good job with the 70s sci-fi theme and all the vibrant colors and psychedelics. The character animations all look amazing, and even though the protagonist is silent, his facial expressions are very clear indicators about what he's thinking. The music and sound effects are also great, and all of the voice acting is done extremely well. But, like other Double Fine games, expect a lot of cheesy dialogue and jokes. The dialogue won't likely make you laugh out loud, but you might crack a smile here and there as you facepalm after hearing how cheesy some of the lines are. The game took me about 8 hours to finish, and I only struggled on the final boss when I didn't have enough upgrades. There are still some side quests, collectibles, and plenty of achievements I could go back for if I wanted to. Overall, Headlander is a fun game with an interesting concept, and I have very few complaints about it. If you're looking for a decent Metroidvania game with nice graphics, unique mechanics, and a lot of collectibles, you'll probably enjoy Headlander. I hope this review has helped you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and post your feedback in the comments below. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful day.